then pretty soon it grew to like 25 people. And I was like, okay, crap. Like, what am I doing? Because I started to realize that when I had 25 people in my group, I was no longer discipling anybody. I was preaching. I was having sermons. So I'd sit them down, and I'd be like, okay, walk through the Bible, like preaching. And I mean, they came, they loved it, and none of them were saved either. There's a bunch of little thugs. They're like, we like Gabe, because he used to be a thug. You know, so, but I wasn't discipling anybody, because you can't disciple that many people. You can grab a couple people and you can pour your life. And here is exponentially what happens if we truly believe that we are the greatest asset in our ministry, and at the same time the greatest liability, so that we need to raise up other people. Then what will happen is we believe that the vision that's in our heart, that the Holy Spirit gives to us, that what God has poured into us, that we need to put that into other people so that they can duplicate it all over. And here's the truth too. When it comes to your culture, like when we have our youth ministry on Wednesday night, and people are hanging out, people chilling. A lot of times I'm kind of off to the side, just kind of looking at my nose, praying. And then I go out there and I see how my leaders are interacting with people. That's where the culture is being built and cultivated. And so if you aren't capable of touching everybody in your ministry, then you need to touch a couple, so that everybody else can be touched. You need to put your spirit in other people. You need to disciple people. This whole thing is about people. I have a friend, and he's big into like the revival circle. So he's a revivalist, and so he always used to come to me and be like, okay, Gabe, I got in the spirit. We're gonna break down these barriers. And our youth ministry is gonna grow. And I'm like, okay, cool, bro. Here's a cookie. He said, I'm gonna do this. And we're going to prophesy to the land, and the youth are going to come. And he would get all excited about this. And then a couple of years ago, we sat down, and he said, you know what? He goes, I was always trying to build a youth ministry and never trying to build people. And he said, and here's the funny thing. As soon as I started building people, people started coming. And it shocked me because, like I said, this is the guy that literally, and he's very gifted, very gifted guy. He'll walk up to you and tell you what you were doing like 10 hours ago, and you're like, dude, get out of my life, you know what I mean? Get out of my business, all right? Yes, I yelled at my wife, stop tripping, okay? That's very, very gifted, but he just came to this practical conclusion that to build people, ministry groups. Put your spirit in other people. Now, and here's a big idea about discipleship. Discipleship is not a one-hour group. And so when I say disciple people, a lot of us, we have our discipleship method that we as your church kind of live by. And so you're like, okay, we're gonna start discipling people. We're gonna get them in this group. We're gonna teach them. We're gonna train them. We're gonna walk them through scripture, kind of scripture memorization, and all that stuff is good. Don't get me wrong, but that's not discipleship. If you really want to sum up discipleship, you have to go to John 17:6, where Jesus is praying to the Father, and he says, Father, I have manifested to them your name. This is Jesus summing up his discipleship theory. I have manifested them your name. The name of God is the character of God. It's to show them God. And so basically, here's what Jesus said. He said, I imaged God to them. I imaged Christianity to them. I imaged how to live to them. And so this implies that discipleship is close quarters. It is not a class you do, it's a life you live. Which means that you're taking people out to coffee. Which means that you're just hanging out with people. Which means that you're playing video games with people. And it's not always spiritual. Some of my greatest discipleship moments, last summer I went and spoke at a camp, and I took a student with me, and we're like in the car, we're farting, and we're like rapping. Like on the freeway, like, yeah. High school boys, that's what they like to do. They like to rap and fart. So we're doing it hardcore. Like, yeah, no women allowed. You know what I mean? It's like, and we're just having fun. And this is some of my greatest discipleship moments. Why? Because I just showed him that sometimes being a Christian is just being normal. Discipling people is allowing people to see your relationship with your wife. Not all of it. Praise the Lord. Okay? but to see how you love your wife, and see how you love your husband, see how you respect each other. You guys, this is discipleship. And I'm convinced in my life that I need to spend 7 times, and this is just me, it's not legalistic for you, but I need to spend 7 times more time preaching, not preaching, discipling people than preaching. And I preach for a long time, so that's a lot of work, okay? Which means I have to go to the mall a lot, I have to hang out a lot, I have to go to coffee a lot, I go out to eat a lot, I go do mini golf a lot. Why? Because I just want to pour into people. I need to put my spirit into other people. I need to get people around me that are going to duplicate my heart all throughout the ministry. This is how your culture goes viral. It's how your culture grows. It's how it takes off, is when you, as a leader, pour in to other people. And so I challenge you. Whatever you do, take people with you. When you go work out, take people with you. When you go get coffee, take people with you. Just let them see how you live. And then my last point is love and encouragement. You can never over-love and over-encourage people. It's impossible. Now these 2 things right here, it's different than the rest of the things I shared, because these are 2 actual things that you aim for your culture to be. And personally, I'm trying to stay away from telling you how to steer your culture, because a lot of you just need to get in the presence of God, get in the Word, and decide what your culture should be. I mean, every culture is different, but I believe that in every culture there needs to be love and encouragement. These 2 things need to be in every single culture. It is very, very important. So if you say, I want a culture of repentance, and I want a culture of this, cool. Have that. Have a love and encouragement too. I want a culture of fun and excitement and games. Cool. Have that. Have love and encouragement too. These 2 things, they cannot move. They are very important. People should always come into your church and feel loved, because we realize that God is love, and so they should always feel loved. And love. I think it's been skewed in our culture. It's been messed up, because we a lot of times we think of love as not telling people the truth. You know what I mean? Telling them what they want to hear. Like it's like when your wife says, "Does this dress make me look fat?" And you're like, "No." It's like, "I love it." And she's like, "Yeah, it does." And I'm like, "No, man." And seriously, don't say yes. It's a really bad idea. But